Brooke, a very unconventional thought came to my mind, and I was like, I don't know if I should ask this because it doesn't make like it's no. But then when I started thinking about it, I was like, you know what? Maybe. The what I was gonna say is, since you're working on yourself and you're working on getting your self-esteem up and everything like that, and you're working on your body and everything like that, and you don't really have many people in your life to. Now that I'm saying it, it actually makes more sense to me. It's not as weird as I thought it would be. It actually makes more sense. But you don't really have people in your life to really encourage you, and you're doing everything on your own, and you're trying to, keep yourself afloat and keep your self-esteem balanced and everything like that, and belief in yourself. Um, and you're working on yourself. I was gonna say you should send me nudes so that I can like see you for who you are and tell you how I feel about you in that way, if you're comfortable with that. I was thinking, I'm like, because that came to my mind, I'm like, why would I ask Brooke for nudes when we literally, like, one, like, she's just my friend, and then two, I'm not, like, one, I'm not trying to have, I'm not trying to have sex with anyone until I'm like 40 years old. Like I came to that thought, like I really, because like I want to like just sensify myself in that stuff and be a child. Like I feel like I always had to be like an adult. I was always like rushed to be an adult since I was a little kid. Like I never really got to be a kid, and I just started thinking about that. I started journaling that, and that's something that I want to get back to, and just when I see things, just admire it. Like even when it comes to like things you see and like people and stuff like that, like a lot of people are like embarrassed to like express their love for people because they're like, oh, what if my boyfriend's jealous, or what if my girlfriend's jealous, or what if they don't feel comfortable, or just like we think so much, but like when we see like animals and stuff like that, we see them for their bodies and we appreciate them for their bodies. We don't think much of it. But when we see each other in that kind of way, we associate all this mental stuff with it. And yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, like actually verbalizing, it actually makes so much more sense to me. Because I was thinking it would be weird, but now it doesn't really seem that weird. But that's on you though, at the same time. But yeah, that's just a thought of mine.
Yeah, no, I was like, oh God, where is he going with this? But, um, no, I mean, it definitely makes sense. It's like a see-through transparency type thing. Um, but yeah, no, it's definitely always like just me, and you can always like, you always see yourself differently than everyone else sees you, and you're always so much harder on yourself than, always want to beat yourself down rather than lift yourself up. Um, Yeah, and I don't know. I've been going through kind of a mental block with that because trying to like, so going from being like super, super skinny and trying to pack on weight and muscle rather than fat is like very, I don't know, it's mind fucking to be honest. So yeah, been having a little bit of trouble with that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was like low key nervous. I was like, bro, why am I asking her this? Because I was like, it didn't even cross my mind. It just hit my soul to ask you that. And it took me a while to even consider that. But then, like, even after I messaged you, I started to think about so much about life and actually started to really think about how a lot of relationships aren't well because I feel like we all wear like a mask and we're like uncomfortable to feel like vulnerable with each other. Like we have to like hide aspects of ourselves with each other. Like for me, it's not really sexual. It's more so like I feel like it like on so many different levels. Like even like with my like cousin, to be completely honest, because like I can pick up on energy really well, and I can feel that she feels all these different things, but like I can tell she's like putting herself like in a corner because she's like afraid to be like vulnerable with me, and I can just pick up on that. And I don't know, I just I just honestly feel like a lot of us like are just so uncomfortable with being ourselves around people and expressing ourselves with each other because we lack that transparency with each other. It's like, isn't there like a saying like when you're like stage, or like imagine people like seeing you naked or something like that? I don't know, but like I just feel that because like for me, like I really like to analyze all life and I like to like yeah, analyze all life and just understand why we have these psychological issues, why is the world the way how it is, and I honestly really feel that like in my mind I'm like thinking this is like because I don't want to mess up our relationship because we finally started talking and our relationship's really precious to me, but at the same time I do think it would help because like I feel like yeah, like even like the way how my relationship is with my family, like, I just feel like that intimacy and just being able to see people for who they actually are. Even yeah, even like with my grandmother as well. I just feel like everything is just so off. Like everything is just so like everything's just so covered up and just so like it's just so fabricated and everything like everything has like a mask to it. And even like when I like look at like like Lisa like perform, like she doesn't really wear much clothes. And like I was like see how like people like react to it. Like some people would like be like really uncomfortable about it. Like we're really uncomfortable with each other. But if you really think about it, it's just a body. You know what I mean? And we all have bodies. And I feel like if you desensitize yourself to that kind of stuff, it'll make you feel more comfortable with people. That's how I just genuinely feel like in my soul about it. But yeah. And also another thing too is just like I started thinking about it on like a deeper level with like women and like seeing how like a lot of women get in these like fucked up situations because like they like have sex with all these like guys who don't care about them or like they show their body to like these guys who don't care about them and like they like like I remember like back when I was in like grade school, well, not grade school, was it junior high? Like all these guys would get like nudes from girls and they'll just like send them to like everybody and everyone would see it and it's really fucked up. And a lot of women like really rely on the validation of men that they admire. And I feel like when they seek that validation from others, it kind of messes with them. And a lot of them like really like I said, they really value having that like that transparency with someone instead of it just always being themselves or with another woman having that transparency with a man and knowing how a man actually feels about you like genuinely really like I feel like that's really healing for people and instead of it just being oh okay you're just a I'm just trying to like just fuck you for like pleasure or whatever but like seeing you for who you are and accepting you for who you are and that's something that like for me, I can see a body for what it is and not like get attached to it. Like most men aren't like that. Most men can't do that, and that's why I probably felt drawn to say that because for me, your body's just body. Like I don't really think that much of it, and it took me a while to realize that that like that's a rare thing because I don't know many guys like that. So until I started like talking to more people and just seeing more life and just realizing that most men are like really scummy. But yeah, it's just really yeah, like a transparency thing. But that's just a suggestion. That's just literally a suggestion. And that was just like really just like came out of the blue. I wasn't thinking about it at all. But then I started thinking about the woman's like a woman's perspective about like kind of like how like because I always been like because communication isn't really well in my life. Like people don't really communicate with me, and I like to communicate obviously, but people don't really communicate how they actually feel. So it's hard for me as a man to understand the perspective of a woman, like a more intimate perspective. I try my best to figure it out, but no one's really comfortable expressing that with me. So it's hard for me to kind of understand what are they drawn to, do what like the the psychology of a woman and like what they're drawn to and stuff like that. I know that as a man because I'm a man, but as a one for women, I don't really understand that because I never really had anyone show me these things or tell me these things. And for me, it's really important to understand the mind of women, especially since, you know, most of my friends are women. You're the only friend I have, but like I'm more drawn to women, especially since I'm a man who can understand women and you know can protect them and all these kind of things. And that's really a rarity. That's why like I'm linked to a lot of them, and I've been raised by women. And for me, I feel like it's really important for me who's going into this music career to be able to be comfortable with the body of a naked woman and just be comfortable with that. And when I think about it, I was exposed to that stuff when I was little, but because I was so little and because I was not really that I was little, but because I didn't have the proper guidance and I was around eventually came across guys who weren't really, you know, ideal. So like it kind of misscrewed my brain when it came to like sexual things or like the the human body and stuff like that. And so my worlds are split. But now that I'm wiser and more mature and have more experience, I see these things just for what they are. And I don't know, I find it to be really good for me to be able to see a woman for what they are and embrace them for what they are and not really think much of it and not, you know, okay, I see a naked woman, I'm not thinking anything sexual of it because that's really rare for a straight man to be able to do that. I'm bisexual, but you know, I'm mostly like women, but you know, that's really rare. That's like not even heard of, you know? But I don't know, I'm just a really respectful person. I know that's like something that's more gay men are more like drawn to that kind of thing, but like for me, I really want to be someone who can make the women in my life really comfortable and just everyone in my life comfortable. So that's yeah, yeah. I really do really want to make people comfortable and I just see how this world just lacks intimacy and transparency within another and how everything is hidden. But I feel like it's really good, like with people who you feel connected to in your soul to be able to be transparent and see them for who they are. I feel like that's really important. You know, I don't want to see every fucking naked woman's body. I'm not, no. But people who I feel drawn to and close to, yeah, I want to see them for who they are and admire them for who they are and appreciate them for who they are instead of it just everything being hidden and also with emotions and feelings that you feel for people too. Like I feel like it's so unhealthy when we pretend like emotions don't exist or we pretend like we don't have these feelings or we pretend like this aspect of you doesn't exist when it does. I feel like that's really unhealthy and I feel like that creates that that messes up closeness and intimacy and creates like a creates distance between people because you're bottling up these emotions and you're nervous to say this or you're nervous to express that or this or whatever. You feel like, oh, it's taboo or this or that. And all these like laws and all these like rules and all these different things kind of gets in the way of how you actually feel. And I feel like it's important to just express it. That's something I'm starting to really realize. And as I build up my relationships from the ground up and you know build my tight circle, I really want the people who are around me to be comfortable with me. Like that's really important to me. Like it really is. Like even with me saying the things I say to you, like it's because I really care about you and I really want you to be able to create the life that you deserve to have. And if you're going to be in my life in any shape or form, I want you to be able to be comfortable around me and not worry about anything, because that's really important. And I really hope more men have the courage to do stuff like that more, make the women around them feel comfortable because it's really important to do that. That's how I feel. Yeah, I can definitely feel you with that too, because I'm pretty similar with the body issues, because well, I used to be like chubby and all these different things, and now I'm like really skinny, and it took me a really long time to appreciate being skinny because I used to not like to be skinny because like I always wanted to be big because like all the other guys are big and like you're supposed to be like if you're like this man, if you want to be like a man or like a strong man or like a ideal man, you have to be like big and everything like that. But eventually I realized no, the universe or whatever, they made me be skinny for a reason. I'm supposed to be skinny. So, that doesn't mean I'm weak. That doesn't mean I'm inferior to anyone. It's just my body type. And I should just appreciate my body type. I'm not supposed to make my body be in a way where it pleases everybody. I should have my body where it pleases me. Do I feel comfortable in my body? Do I like the way it looks? Do I feel healthy? That's what's really important to me. And there was times I wasn't really eating and stuff like that either, but that was for other reasons. But eventually I grew to really appreciate my body, and I don't care if I look too skinny or whatever. Well, I haven't been eating correctly, but that's because I'm poor. I don't have money or anything, so yeah. But I've been doing my best. But yeah, I really do need to eat. I'm fucking hungry as shit. But yeah, um, it's really like when it comes to your body, just like all that matters is performance and feeling comfortable in your body. When you work on your body, don't work on vanity. Most people work on vanity. Fuck the vanity because whoever is meant to be in your life romantically, they want you for who you are. It's more of a soul thing than a body thing. And that's pretty much like this whole like transparency thing. Like care more about Brooke as in the being, Brooke the person, like not really Brooke the body. I don't like I'm not saying I don't care about your body, but like, you know, I care more about who you are in essence. Like your body to me, it just needs to be healthy. Like you should just have your body healthy and make sure that it can handle the day to day. So that's what you really need to focus on. Don't focus on don't focus on alright, I appreciate it. Don't focus on me. Ugh, what was I saying? Don't focus. And ADHD, I can't focus on many things at once. Man, I hate when that happens when I get distracted. Ugh, what am I saying? Don't focus on, yeah, don't focus on what everyone else is doing or trying to make your body be a way where it pleases people. If just be comfortable with your body. And yeah, I don't mind helping you with your body. I really don't. I don't mind. It would be a pleasure to, because I know many women have a problem with their bodies. I know a lot. I had a friend who had problems with her body. We haven't been talking lately, but yeah. And I saw this like Twitch streamer. Oh my gosh, dude, I was crying like when I saw her. She looked like she's dying. I mean, for me, because I can see your fate, like she's dying, and most people can't tell, but she's obviously dying. Like she's acting like, oh yeah, I'm fine, everything like that. But dude, she's literally dying. Like she looks so like she looks like a damn ghoul. Like she looks like she's like the only thing that's keeping her alive is her soul. Like she literally look is so sad. Like seeing like people with these body issues. That like goes with like I don't know if you know who Jax is, but she's from my hometown. and she's a singer, and she made a song called Victoria's Secret, which is pretty much about women's the the problems women have with like their body image and stuff like that. And another thing too, what besides body is age. That's another thing that bothers me as well. Like age doesn't matter, and I really hate seeing people like try to like over sexualize these women and like like discard them when they're a certain age. Kind of like I don't really look at like celebrity stuff because I don't really care, but like I have seen that like there's like a meme or like a joke with like Leonardo DiCaprio, like he only dates people until they're like 25, or women until they're like girls until they're like 25. It's just- I mean, hey, I think it's fucked up, but like I guess I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really get it. I don't understand any of it to be completely honest. But yeah, if you need help with your body, if you need someone to look at your body, I will do it. I really don't mind. It would be an honor because I really care about you. And yeah, that's the reason why I felt drawn to bring that up because yeah, I know you're by yourself and you're a really strong woman and you're trying your best to, you know, be there for yourself and be there for others and no one really should have to be alone. And I've been doing so much by myself that, I truly don't feel like women should have to do stuff on their own. I really don't feel that. I really don't like it. I don't like women being alone. I don't. I don't think men should be alone either, but I really, really don't think women should be alone. Like that's just my honest opinion. If you want to know my honest opinion, I don't think they should have to be alone. Um, if they want to, be in like a boss position or all those kind of things, that's awesome. That's like some queen shit. But like I don't think a queen should be by herself. Like that's not right. That's my opinion. But yeah. But yeah. If you need me to help you with anything, I got you. Cause like I keep saying, I care about you. And it's really important to not neglect your body or not take your body for granted or mistreat your body or or do your body any kind of way because you're trying to impress people. Impress yourself, and if you impress yourself and you feel comfortable in your body, then the person who truly cares for you and truly wants to be with you will appreciate you. And I want to be able to do that for any woman that I'm close to. I don't want to look at everyone's body. It's not really my thing. I only want to do that for women that I'm close to. That's someone else's responsibility to do that for other women. But the women that are close to me and that trust me, that I don't mind that at all. It would be an honor. Like I don't mind because I just want you all to be happy, healthy, and feel comfortable and feel confident in your body because it's really important and no one should have to feel that way. And I don't like seeing women be used by men that just want them for like vanity reasons. Like it's just so disgusting to me. It really is. But yeah. And also I'm an honest person. Will I enjoy looking at your body? Sure, yeah, I'm a man. But I'm not thinking about it in that way at the same time. And also I have to as well because what I would just be like, oh yeah, your body looks fine or whatever. No, I'll give you honest opinion. But yeah, I just want to be a good friend to you. That's all that matters to me. Also, again, thanks for being open-minded, because I'm not gonna lie, I was like nervous. I'm like, bro, why am I asking her this? Like why? But like you helped me by like us being able to have that because I'm trying my best to reprogram myself and to like get out of these like fear these like program like thoughts and ideals that like were jammed into me by family, by friends, by society, and trust myself more, and trust my soul, and trust how I actually feel, and trust how I want my relationships to be, whether if people think it's right or if people think it's wrong. I want to trust myself and and do things my way and do things the way that I feel is right. I'm tired of following people who tell me I should do this or do that, but I'm looking at their life and they're barely functioning in their own lives. I want to trust myself. I'm functioning and I'm happy with myself. I'm not healed, but even though I'm not healed, I feel like I know so much. The only reason I'm not healed and the only reason why I've ever had problems or doubts or anything like that is because of the people who put that into my mind. So yeah, it really means a lot to me that you can trust me. So that's just and that you're just open minded. So that just made me feel good because that makes me feel like I'm actually really doing the right thing and I'm really healing and I really should trust my soul because my mind was telling me don't send her that shit, but my soul was like do it, like you should do it. It makes sense. So yeah, that made me feel really good because I never trusted myself. I would always go against my wisdom and my judgment, even if I feel like it's the right thing. I would always be really conscious because like I always been alone and always not had friends like that, and my family wasn't really ideal, you know. So like for me, like I always would go the safe route with things. I don't know if you noticed that with with our time talking throughout the years, but I always go down the safe route and not really be risky because I would always fear losing that relationship because of a risky thought or whatever, a risky move, even if my soul is like, you should do that, I would be like, no, because I don't wanna mess anything up, because I don't want to be alone or this or that. But now I'm starting to stop thinking like that. Like I'm starting to just, if you feel it, you should just say it or you should just do it because that's probably the right thing to do. Instead of always trying to defend myself and try to do the safe thing. Sometimes you're not supposed to do the safe thing. Sometimes you're not supposed to follow the rules all the time. Sometimes you gotta do what you feel in soul and spirit, what you truly feel. So I appreciate that because, yeah, you're helping me really trust myself more. So thank you. I really appreciate that, bro. 'Cause, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous. I'm like, why? Why? Also, another thing too, I felt that really heavily with my music. Like, because people were so harsh on me in my music. They're like, it should be this way. Oh, it's trash. Oh, it's not good. Oh, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. I'll talk to it about my with my family or my friends or whatever. They'll just like trash it and everything like that. And I had such terrible, terrible insecurity, like such terrible insecurity, and it was so bad. It was really fucking me up. Like it really fucked me up because like the way how I saw it, I was so harsh on myself to where I didn't really like I was just so critical. I just needed somebody, like one person, to really see it for what it was because my music is so vulnerable to me because like it's pretty much like a journal in music form. It was just so vulnerable and intimate to me because music is the most intimate thing to me. So it just made me feel so uncomfortable and just made me really like self-destruct in so many different ways and just really like just like like cuddle up like in a ball, um and just like yeah, it's just made me just be really super defensive because I didn't have anyone just to be like, to just be honest. Everyone was either just intimidated or they just wanted to control me or just put me down or whatever. And I didn't have anyone to just be honest with me and just tell me how they genuinely felt about my art. So yeah, so I do have like stuff with my body and everything like that, but my deepest insecurity was my music. So I can definitely feel that with that because it was so hard to gain that confidence by myself. It was so hard and it was really fucking me up and it really like delayed my career and everything like that because I didn't have a person, not even family, to just be like just sit down and just really just be honest with me. Like it was just I never really had that. So I found it just to be really important just to give that to someone else in any way that they need it.